Now you've got the green light.
In me, place I wanna go.
Greyhound super friendly fares. Now you can get there for a lot less than you think.
Go Greyhound and leave the driving to us.
That's our show, everybody. Join us tomorrow night at 11. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar will be here. Also this week, Rob Corddry talks about a dangerous new trend on college campuses.
Have you seen instances where kids have been experimenting with, you know...
Are you talking about sex?
No.
Oh.
Voting, like in a voting booth for a third-party candidate.
Here it is. Your moment is in.
I played a Terminator. I played a Commando. But let me tell you something. You are the true Terminators.
One thing I want to say, you know why we aren't doing well in Iraq? Okay, here's why. We went to a place where they never had democracy, and we tried to give them the 2004 software, and it doesn't work that way. In this country, we started democracy, and it was like the Wild West frontier justice. We had the Constitution, but when the rustlers and the sidewinders and the horse thieves started any static, they'd hang them and tar and feather them. That's how you had to do it in Iraq. But we go into Iraq, and when the thugs started tearing the place apart, we tell our troops, hold your fire. So they carjack, rape, and loot the majority of Iraqis. And then the majority of Iraqis say, you're not going to shoot these pieces of garbage? And we go, no, this is democracy. They go, well, I don't think I like democracy. We should have been in there cleaning up the towns like Marshall Dillon and Wyatt Earp. Instead we went to the OK Corral with a couple of ACLU lawyers and a copy of Chicken Soup for the Soul. All right? When you're an occupying force, sometimes you have to use force. That's part of occupying force because people are watching you closely when you're occupying, like a singer on Showtime at the Apollo. They will cheer you, but if you mess up, here comes the booze, and it starts with the brothers in the balcony, but if you keep messing up, it spreads so even the church ladies start waving you off. All right? It's not arrogance. I just wonder how I could have this kind of clarity and just be in the lowly position in society I'm in instead of like a president or something up there. It's not arrogance. I'm just wondering how every day I could have bell-like clarity and still be in the lowly position of a minor, cable star. Now, Pat Tillman, the guy who died, he left a successful career, $3 million a year in the NFL, he joined the Army, was killed. And what kills me about it is, well, they did a big thing on his funeral in the Times today. Oh, no, they didn't. They didn't have anything on it. Just the fact that in this country, it's so unhip to like say, hey, this guy was a hero. That's what bugs me about this country. It's like in bad taste to say, hey, it's too nationalistic to say like, oh, Pat Tillman was a hero. So he gets a little bit of coverage, just enough where everybody feels civilized. But they can't say he's a hero because that sounds like fascism or something.
Wait a minute, they said he was a hero, Colin. I seen it on every channel.
ESPN, that was it.
I seen it on Nickelodeon. What are you talking about? Every time they said he was a hero. They had no problem saying he was a hero.
You know what? He's not only is he a hero, but he really did something amazing. In this day and age, when too often the image we get of athletes is that they're these overpaid, arrogant, flashy babies, Pat Tillman reminds us all that there are still also white athletes.
I just feel like this country is so corny. This country's so afraid of being corny, rather, that if you say, hey, this guy's a hero, it's like, oh, that's embarrassing. Why do you call somebody a hero? Well, I feel like it's very...
I would consider him a hero, considering the fact that he gave up all those millions of dollars to go fight. I mean, how many people would give up money? He put, the country before money. I think that's heroic in and of itself. And he was with a team of Rangers that actually were winners.
Right, so you're right. Now, Keith is the only one here that has served his country, unless you were in the Army. Were you in the Army?
No.
Keith served his country. Tell him, Keith. There's a real hero. Nobody talks about this guy.
Nobody talks about Keith Robinson, my heroic efforts.
He did. Tell him about it. He joined.
I joined the Navy. I was sworn into the Navy. and I backed out the next day.
But he joined.
But it was heroic what I did.
He joined.
When I swore it, I had my fingers crossed swearing in. It was
joined.
awful. But the guy who came to pick me up, man, the recruiting officer, he picked me up. He picked me and my mother up, and he's driving me in there, and I'm like, I was with mommy. That's right. I love my mom. And I told him I was backing out, and he was driving. He's mad. He's like, "You're not going to back out, you little bitch." And my mom like, "Don't call my son no bitch." I'm like, "Yeah, mom, get his ass."
See, that's a close thing.
So as we got there, we got to the place, right? And they took my mom in the room and told her how much money she would get if I won in. So she came out. I'm like, "Mom, I don't want to go." She's like, "Shut up, you little bitch." I'm like, "Oh."
I could almost hear the Star Spangled Banner playing.
That was a beautiful story.
I just think it's refreshing that there's a professional athlete killing people outside of the States for once, man.
No, I hate when they combine the athlete with the military. I hate when the press does that. So like he scored a touchdown for America.
Right. Yeah, I don't like those little clever things.
I hate stuff
it's
like that.
It's kind of corny. Listen to this. Go ahead. You want to say something?
No, go ahead.
Military career.
No, go ahead.
In his book on the down low, what do you guys think about this? J.L. King takes a look at black men who have sex with other men but don't consider themselves gay. Here are some examples of the down low brothers. There's the professional brother, right?
I didn't even know. Yeah, I noticed you ain't look at it.
I didn't even know. You didn't know what's up. Then they got the thug brother. And then they got the I'm just curious brother. So what do you guys think about this book? Is this book nonsense, or is it true, or is it just, you know, I mean, I'm so...
Well,
go ahead.
You know for yourself that years ago. Now, in the 70s, if you mess with a gay guy, you didn't have to be gay in the 70s.
Right.
In the 2000s, you're gay. Like in the 70s, like long as you didn't rub the guy's ear,
as
you
long
were
as
okay.
he did you.
He did you was okay.
Right.
That was in the 70s. Now it's.
But what do you think about this book? What's going on?
This book is ridiculous. First of all, you know, I went on the website to check out stuff. But first of all, he has a whole checklist of things, warning signs that he said warning signs that African American women need to look out for. That your husband may be gay on the down. And the first one was like, if you're in bed with him and he's like, give me that big black shaft. Ooh, sorry.
But, of course, you'll defend it as ridiculous because your people are right there.
Yeah.
I've never seen a Latino that won't take a BJ from anybody, male or female.
No, but that's...
Well, be honest.
No, right. But it's oral doesn't count, right?
Exactly. But like, Pete the Italians, you guys are not far behind.
Well, this is what blows my mind. They're admitting they have sex. Black men are admitting they have sex with other black men, right? But then they say they're not gay. And my point is, does the black man admit any responsibility for anything? I mean, I didn't touch it, I didn't take it, I didn't break it. Come on, you're having sex with men, and then you're saying you're not gay. That's gay.
You're Italian, right?
Yeah.
Did you just see that Sopranos episode?
I missed the very last one.
Yeah, that was.
It was all saying.
What happened? Oh well.
Well, it was a something, but but what do you think? You think it's true that a lot of guys are doing this?
No, I think gay guys exaggerate. Because they're still men. And you know men always exaggerate their sexual escapades.
But if there's one, that's enough.
No, gay guys always exaggerate. Even the word fabulous, that's an exaggeration. Nothing's ever that fabulous.
And they say, the thing that...
culture. There is a culture out there of guys that's out there sleeping with other guys that aren't married. Now, the main problem is it's not even... If you deceive somebody and you break their heart, that's one thing. But when you deceive somebody and affect their health, that's a whole nother ball game, you know. That's the problem right there. We're affecting these black women's health out there.
But see, I think these statistics are just a little exaggerated. I really do believe that, and they've been exaggerated before. And it's like, and this guy in the book, he was saying that black men don't want to go tell their ladies because they're homophobic. What the hell is not telling your lady that you're sleeping with a man have to do with being homophobic? We don't want to tell them anything.
You know, that's
true. You don't want to tell if you're sleeping with a woman either. That's homophobic. You're right.
This whole thing's become this little pop culture phenomenon. Like he was even this guy. The author was on Oprah. He was talking about the book on Oprah, and it's literally on Oprah's book club and all that kind of stuff. So when you go on the website, you can add it to your wedding registry. The book says add to your wedding registry, which that would be a hell of a wedding gift. There you go. There you go. You always figured your husband was a little.
Our society has gone stark raving mad.
But that's what it is, and I think like gay people have straight people, like black people have white people, scared to say any damn thing. If you know what I mean, you're scared, or you'll be called homophobic. So that's the whole thing. It's like nobody wants to be called homophobic, so nobody challenges these gay guys to where do you get this from? Where did you see this at?
But there's also another group of guys like ex-convicts and stuff, people that were incarcerated. And in jail, it's a whole other culture. I don't agree with the incarcerated gay stuff. You're gay, you're gay. You can't be gay for a minute.
But what if you're in for 30 years?
Yeah, well,
you got 30 years.
I don't care how long you've been in.
Give a man a chance. 30 years. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but what if it was against your will? Let's say you were a comedian on the road, you're a little drunk one night, you end up in a holding tank. That doesn't mean you can't judge someone.
I ain't never been that drunk in my life. So
we'll be right back after this message. Yesterday, Tough Crowd at Singular Wireless asked you this tough question. Which of these songs has not been used at a rally for John Kerry? A, Hello by Lionel Richie. B, I Won't Back Down by Tom Petty. Or C, Hey Ya by Outkast. The answer is A, Hello by Lionel Richie. 50% of you got it right. Thanks for playing, and remember to check back the first Monday of each month for your next Singular Tough Crowd Tough Question.
Tough Crowd's Tough Question is brought to you by Singular, the wireless company that fits you best.
Dad agreed to pay for my wireless plan as long as I paid any overages. Only I chose Singular Nation, so nights start at 7, plus I get rollover. The odds of overages? 0. Yep, I got a great deal.
With Singular Nation, call friends without worrying. Get 5,000 night and weekend minutes with nights starting at 7 and rollover, all for less than $50.
I call it my plan.
Nights starting at 7. Another reason Singular fits you best.
What did you have for lunch? Polish sausage with onions and spicy mustard. Your breath shows no evidence. I destroyed the evidence with an Eclipse mint. Eclipse makes mints? Mm-hmm. They're new. Do you want one? Do I need one? No, your breath is irrefutably fresh. It should be. Ah, you crazy kidder. Guilty as charged. Mm-hmm.
New Eclipse mints. They're breath-defying.
Long enough, and you'll find yourself in the town of Wicklow. And if you arrive on that most special day in Ireland, you'll find the town celebrating their favorite holiday in traditional fashion.
Hey, John, happy Cinco de Mayo!
Have you atoned for your sins? Have you prayed for forgiveness? Are you ready to meet your Maker? His time has come. Souls will cry. Judgment Day is here. WWE Judgment Day, Sunday, May 16th, live on pay-per-view.
MLB Extra Innings is like having my own personal MLB control room.
Through the power of digital cable, you can watch your favorite team play even if you don't live in the same area.
Wherever the action is, I'm there.
Call now to order MLB Extra Innings for just $169.
I can channel surf around the league to track my fantasy players.
To order MLB Extra Innings, call now.
MLB Extra Innings, available on IO Digital Cable Service from Cablevision.
Well. Convicted child rapist Laura Faye McCollum, considered to be one of the most dangerous female sex offenders in the nation, is going to be transferred against her will to a prison where she'll be the only woman with 190 male sex offenders. She's outraged. What do you think about this?
I think she looks like Pete Rose right there.
Yeah.
I bet the guys are gonna be like, "Where's the woman in me?"
Yeah,
Where's she coming?
They should make her go there. Make her go there and strap lubricant to her ass.
But you think?
Don't you think
Strap it on there.
Butt naked lubricant
Candy
all
dispenser.
over.
Put her ass in there.
But don't you guys think it's like kind of absurd that we even entertain the rights or privileges of a woman who's a convicted child rapist? You know, I mean, like if we just gave her the death penalty, it would probably be less of a conversation than putting her in a different jail.
Yeah, buddy.
I don't want the death penalty for him. Nah, I don't want it, man. I want any pedophile. I want their arms cut off and their penis cut off. That way, if they see a kid, that's right. You know what I mean?
Have their eyes cut out. You don't need to do
If they see any kid walking in the mall, anything, only thing they can do is lick them. That's it. That's all.
Yeah, even the whole thing is like we're wasting our tax and societal resources on these kind of people. First of all, she's one of only 3 women sex offenders in the country that's at that level. So these are lost causes, you know.
Yeah.
And in Minnesota, where she is, they actually tried to put for a year. They said they tried to do co-ed sex counseling for people, co-ed sex counseling in jails. And apparently that didn't work. They said, which is true.
How bad is she that she has to be separated from the other 2? That kind of blows my mind.
But this is what I'm saying, not to go back to my monologue, but the point is, what you're saying is, that's what I like about these Middle Eastern countries. They would cut somebody's penis and arms off, so we have to find a fine balance between our democracy, but then, you know, but they kill rapists. They throw stones at rape victims.
They should do that.
So I'm saying, well, not at the rape victims, but at the rapists, yeah. But I'm saying,
rapist.
Yeah, so they were a little, but I'm saying,
don't like that.
It's all in the
Shut
suffix.
up. Why? Just because you were accused of rape?
Pending. No, I don't like it. I just don't like it, though. See, I'm kidding, but I don't like
kidding. Now, why not?
Because it's like
you think a pedophile? What is it? What's the age limit when you decided?
I'm just saying, you with the whole rape thing, it's a little wide. You don't know. It's you don't know.
Is this because you're trying to defend your boy Kobe? Once he get off, then it's all right.
Right?
You know they got Kobe like they're doing him like Mandela.
He's talking about it. In these countries, they literally stone people who are rape victims. They stone you to death, hit you with rocks till you're dead for being the victim. And first of all, that could take up to 8 hours. I read the stoning, and that's because in those countries, everyone's so malnourished they can barely pick up the rock, much less throw it.
Not only that,
they get all woozy, end up dying of boredom and dehydration.
But you see what I'm saying?
So, you know what they love over there? The hero of all the imams, Mariano Rivera. Because they said when he comes in, his arm's still fresh. They said he could kick out like 3 sexual assault victims in a matter of minutes. Next day. All right,
I think
go ahead.
everybody should get their crime back to them. So if you're
That's
a
what I
rapist,
think.
you should get raped. If you're a murderer, you should get killed. And if you like to shoot people, then every 3 months they should just shoot your ass so you know what it feel like.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Who's going to rape the rapist?
Now, what do you think about this?
Who's going to rape the rapist?
Speaking of rape,
oh, there's plenty of people
getting raped, a prison in Mexico is now so understaffed. It's employed 42 of its most violent inmates as the guards. Now, this doesn't sound like a good idea, does it?
Not at all.
Can't be.
Yeah.
But they said they had the prisoners vote, and they voted on these 2, of course, because the guy's like, you're going to vote for me?
Well, I mean, if it helps to keep order, look, we have Mexican jails here, like in L.A. and Texas, and...
Oh, L.A.
I was kidding.
No, you weren't. No. Everyone's like, yeah, they are pretty Mexican.
No, but whatever system we use doesn't really work, right? So, you know, if it keeps order, let it keep order. Who cares?
But we do use that system, only it's unofficial.
We had a teacher in school who used to get the bully of the class and let him run the whole class. He used to take you. It didn't work good at all. He'd take you in a cloakroom, smack your ass, and touch you a little bit.
Was he not part of that statistic on the download that the gay guys are exaggerating on?
I didn't say, well, come on, you know, that was the 70s, though. I told you in the 70s.
It was a different game, you're right.
It was a different game in the 70s. This one guy is not, I can't say his name, I guess, but what he would do. You can say his name. I can't say his name, but he would fight guys, he would fight them, and then after he knocked them out, he would pull their trousers down and have his way with them. That's a hell of a fight. You gotta focus real hard.
We'll be right back.
Stay awake, stay awake.
From Comedy Central's secret stash,
The man comes out and says these things.
Eddie Murphy, live and uncontrollably raw.
He walks out and he goes, hello, this and MF and kiss my big black stuff.
Eddie Murphy Raw, Saturday at 1 a.m. here on Comedy Central.
Nobody knows Joe and Doug like their own moms.
That's my boy.
Plus, who'd want this guy's baby?
One small step for man, one step for my sperm.
Comedy only a mother could love. The Man Show. New episode Sunday at 10 here on Comedy Central.
That hurt my soul.
Observe the panicked look of the last-minute shopper. Fortunately, Hellsberg Diamond's value promise ensures the perfect gift at the perfect price. Panic button off. Hellsberg Diamonds. Confidence comes in a burgundy box.
In me, place I wanna go.
Greyhound super friendly fares. Now you can get there for a lot less than you think.
Go Greyhound and leave the driving to us.
Wonderful. Okay, keep me in the loop.
Now you can take a mini break with new white, dark, and milk chocolate Kit Kat assorted miniatures.
Bro, check this out. Dumb dog. So predictable. Domino's Philly cheesesteak pizza.
No drooling this time.
Guys like Philly cheesesteak, guys like Domino's Pizza. That's why Domino's created the Philly cheesesteak pizza. Get a medium for only $9.99 and any second medium for just $5 more. Get the door. It's Domino's Philly cheesesteak pizza.
I'm so sick of going to the mall.
They say they're shopping day and night on eBay. They say the savings are beyond compare. The deals are good, I know they are.
You save a bunch on that guitar.
I used it all to buy this jar on eBay.
Your name is Van Helsing. You hunt the monsters who hunt mankind. Battle Dracula, Frankenstein, the Wolfman. Accept your destiny. Van Helsing, the game. In stores May 7. Rated T for teen.
You know what we did tonight? We asked members of our studio audience to tell us a problem they're having, and we'll solve it for them. First up is Ray from Tampa. Ray, other than, Jesus, Ray. Ray, please, let Ray finish. Ray, what's going on? Let Ray get to his problem.
Well, Colin, it's quite simple. My mother still dominates my life. I'm 34 years old.
Okay. Guys, what do you think Ray should do?
Take off where do we start? The little, the trench coat and the high waters, maybe.
Yeah. But the no gas to no haircuts gotta go too.
Okay. Yeah, you got it. With me, you got to either pick the mullet or the rat tail. You can't have it that way. You can't have it both ways.
Thank you, Ray. All right. Oh. Next up is Rebecca from Sleepy Hollow, New York.
He was serious.
Rebecca.
He gave her a gangster leg.
Ready, Rebecca? What's your problem?
I can't sleep because of an extremely loud bar across the street from my apartment.
In Sleepy Hollow, New York. Okay, she got a loud bar across the street. First of all, is it a black bar or a white bar?
It's Hispanic.
Hispanic bar. Okay, Greg, what are your people?
Well, I'll put it this way. I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight because of that shirt. No, it's just bright. That's all. It's a bright shirt.
Look, you were fine going after the rat tail, but now you're trying to pull it back up.
How long
She's
have you been
innocent.
living there?
Your people are having cockfights till 3 in the morning across the street of my house.
But think about all these people all the drunk people in the bar that maybe are bothered by you being so quiet across the street.
Yeah, you know, it's like you knew. When you moved in the place? Yeah. What did they tell you about it? Did you go?
Was the bar there first?
She said, "I'll take it."
Oh yeah. Was the bar there first?
Was the bar there first?
The bar was there before you. Then move your ass out that neighborhood.
Yeah.
The bar was there first. They don't tell the bar to move.
You know how they are with the Asians. They don't like you because you make them look bad because you're hard workers. Bye, honey. All right, let's bring out the next one. You, come here.
This bar is loud.
This is Michael from Brooklyn.
What's up,
Michael?
Mike?
What's your problem?
What's up, baby?
I can't really figure out what religion to believe in.
What religion to believe in? Well, what's your last name?
Donovan.
Donovan? You're Irish Catholic, you son of a... All right, ready? Go ahead.
This is what you do. What's your name again?
Mike.
Mike Donovan.
This is what you do, Mike Donovan. What you do is you always pick the religion with the best afterlife program.
Anybody else?
I'd go with Catholic, man. Because when you're Catholic, God forgives all. You don't have to go, you don't have to show up. Just when you're 85 years old, go to confession, say sorry.
Plus, now where are you from in Brooklyn?
Carroll Gardens.
Well, he's from East Flatbush. Tell him what church to go to.
Whichever church that don't give you that greasy in here.
Whoa.
Now listen to me, Mike.
Oh, Creek.
I'm going to tell you exactly what the deal is.
Where you go with that?
The deal is as follows. Catholicism for Irish people, it's meant to be. We're the only ones that really believe it. And just think about the beauty of Catholicism. All the people you don't like on earth, when they die, they burn in hell for eternity, Mike. That's why I like it. They burn in hell forever. Do you know what that feels like, Mike? It hurts. Thank you, Mike. Well, that's all we have the answers for. We'll be right back after this.
Tomorrow on South Park.
Dude, we should each buy a weapon, and then we'll be like ninjas.
It's Good Times with Weapons.
I can see into the future too, but better than Cam. Damn it, Carmen, you can't keep making up powers.
Get ready for South Park. Tomorrow at 10 on Comedy Central. Dennis Leary, Louis Black, Janine Garofalo, Jay Moore, and a couple of latchkey, TV-addicted babies are part of a whole new world of stand-up. It's Shorties Watching Shorties. New episode tomorrow after South Park, only on Comedy Central.
We did all the work, so you get to have all the fun. The Aqua Trucks from Honda, the first all-four-stroke lineup of personal watercraft in the world, with your choice of 2-seaters, 3-seaters, and turbocharging. Advanced technology means high performance and lower emissions, so the water stays cleaner, man, and so does the air. It's just what you expect from Honda. Pure performance. At select dealers only. Visit aquatrucks.honda.com for one near you.
Ooh, look at the textures.
They almost melt into each other.
Yeah, and it looks so...
soft.
Exactly. I've never seen anything this...
crunchy. Wow.
Taco Bell's Cheesy Gordita Crunch. Warm flatbread covered in 3 melted cheeses wrapped around a crunchy taco and topped with a zesty pepper jack sauce.
So cheesy.
I like cheesy.
To get crunchy, chewy, cheesy, and melty, think outside the bun.
All light beers are low in carbs, so choose on taste. Fresh, smooth, real. Bud Light. It's all here.
At AT&T Wireless, we've made big improvements to our GSM network that are hard to miss, like double the coverage and improved signal strength even in buildings. Introducing GSM America from AT&T Wireless, our best network ever. Sign up now for our national plan and get coast-to-coast coverage with no roaming charges. And while no one can offer perfect coverage, we're so confident we'll even give you a 30-day risk-free trial. To experience our best network ever, stop by a store today. How many bars do you have?
Catch all the action during Belmont Park's exciting spring-summer season. Racing Wednesday to Sunday through July 25th. First race, 1 p.m.
Well, we were talking about the down low. Who's on the down low? What are you guys on the down low about in your lives, okay? Keith.
The most embarrassing thing I tried to keep on the DL is when I was in London around 1994. I had an 80-year-old Chinese woman give me a hand job. She was out of lotion, so she used duck sauce. The bitch couldn't finish the job because her arthritis kicked in.
I'm spitting up my soda because I know that's got a lot of truth to it, that story. Mike!
My down low secret is I was a bedwetter. on the down low who eventually started sleepwalking and peeing at the same time. Yes, I was a piss walker. A woman said to me after a show one time, "You were a pisser," and all I could think is, how the hell did she know? God bless my parents who never made me feel bad about it. That's why today I'm able to whip out my past and shake it off.
All right. Pete.
I'm on the down low about my hard drinking liquor days. You drink enough liquor, you have no control out of what comes out of your own mouth. It's like having a little asshole on your shoulder all night. I remember one time I was at a party and everybody was telling funny stories, and in my head I'm like, hey, I should tell them how I tripped online at the bank the other day. And the liquor's right on my shoulder like, nah, we're gonna tell them about the time you slept with that blow-up doll in college. We think that'd get a bigger laugh right about now.
Greg!
There's one thing that I've tried to keep secret that's caused lots of pain and embarrassment in my personal life. I'm married and I have kids. There, it felt good to say that on national television. That I thought it would be tougher to actually get it off my chest, because usually when I say that to somebody, she slaps me in the face, puts on her apron, and gets back to work.
Oh, that's a show. Good night.
The audience members came to you tonight with problems. Do you think you actually helped any of them?
No, I think we really damaged them irreparably.
You made a trick pool shot tonight.
Yes, I did. Thanks to Walter, did a great setup on it.
Yeah, do you have any gay pool playing stories you want to share with us?
Gay pool?
Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is it, y'all. This is the last jump off of season 2, the best of.